Yo, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. And today, as you could see by clicking on this video, I am doing my NHL predictions. I'm gonna go division by division. Don't worry, I'm gonna make all my predictions before the puck drops.
Hi everybody,
Even if the videos come out later than the season starts, don't worry, I'm making it before the puck drops. I'm going to do each and every division, my predictions on where each team will come in, and why I just feel like that. Talk about what they did last season, and what my prediction is this season for them. I'll just be playing this game between Islanders and Rangers because we are starting off with the East Division, and basically because my favorite team is in the East Division, so I said let's start here. I think it's the hardest division. I mean, you're going to have 2-3 teams who are good not make the playoffs. So, and here we go with my predictions. I thought it was, oh look, I don't even have offsides on. I thought it was really tough. I really did, but I think the safe way to play it, and which most people are going to play it, is I'm going to start from 8th to 1st. So, in 8th, I have, in my prediction, the New Jersey Devils coming in 8th place. Yeah, New Jersey's been one of those teams after they made the playoffs against the Lightning like 3 seasons ago. They really just haven't been the same. You know, their goaltending is decent with Blackwood. I don't think the Crawford news helps them. I just think they're a young team, haven't found it together, and in this tough a division are not going to find it that easy this year. So that's where I stand on the New Jersey Devils. I say an 8th place finish. Do I hope I'm wrong? Not really. I don't care if the Devils. I wouldn't mind if the Devils are in last place. So yeah, here we go. So I really didn't know who to put 7th, and I'm gonna go the easy way again, which probably most people are gonna have, and it might not be right. I really think that they've gotten better, but it just seems like when things go right for them, they somehow go wrong. So I am going to put the Buffalo Sabres in 7th. I don't want to disrespect the Sabres because I do somewhat like them. You know, they're a New York team as well. You know, they're from Buffalo, a city I actually like. So, yeah, but it just seems like they have the pieces. I think the goaltending might be a little bit of an issue, but maybe not. It's one of those things again where I think it's just a tough division, going to be hard to win games. And for a younger team, a team who hasn't made the playoffs in a really long time, it just seems like somehow they're going to mess something up. And that's how the Sabres, you know, go. They have Eichel, Hall, Skinner, Stahl. I mean, but they have good pieces. But let's see if they can put it together. But I think a safe prediction is 7th place, which I think those will be the bottom 2. They could all, but I think they will be. I think there's definitely a difference between those teams and the 6 the 6 that are left in this division. Well, this one is really hard for me because you never want to put this team that low because they always seem to play better, but I am going to do it. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins, who I have in 6th. You know, it seems like Pittsburgh's magic has been lost a little. Not even just last year, the year before, they lost first round to the Islanders. It just seems like they're getting older. You know, Crosby's still a very good player, but it just seems like maybe they won't have it this year. Their goaltending is definitely a question. Not like Murray was really the answer. The funniest thing I always think of is they got rid of Fleury because Matt Murray was supposed to be their goaltender of the future, and now he's not even on their team. I find that funny. I would be happy if Pittsburgh came in 6th. You know, I am not a Pittsburgh fan whatsoever. I would love to see them down at the bottom. And that's where I stand on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, so number 5 was I really was down to 2 teams. I didn't know who to do, and I'm going to make a little bit of a maybe odd prediction here, but I'm going to put the Washington Capitals at number 5. I just feel like with such a tough division that it's not going to come as easy for the Capitals, and I could see this prediction being right, but I could also see them coming in first. It's just one of those teams where, you know, they've gotten older, but they've won that Stanley Cup, and to me, it feels like, you know, once you win that Stanley Cup, there's no more pressure, and, you know, you might have a few seasons where you're under the radar, not as good as you used to be. Just look at it last year, first-round exit for them in the playoffs, and the year before, a first-round playoff exit too. So back-to-back first-round playoff exit. I know they fired their coach, got a new one, but like I said, still going to take a stand and say they don't make the playoffs in a very tough division. I'd also be happy with this if the Capitals and Penguins both didn't make the playoffs. I feel like this division needs some changing up, even though it's not the same division as we're used to. I think it just needs some changing up, and I would love to see that. What I wouldn't like to see, but it's my prediction, is the New York Rangers in 4th place. Yeah, it just seems like the Rangers get every year they just get another good guy to add to their team, another good player, young player. So, I mean, eventually it has to click for them, and you know, if I was being biased, I'd probably put them in 7th, but I want my predictions to be pretty accurate, so, you know, I would not want to see this, but I really do think it's a reality. I think it's not going to be easy for them because of how tough the division is. I don't think it's going to be easy for any team except maybe one in this division, and that's my first place team. But I think it's going to be very competitive hockey all season long in this division. I do think the Rangers sneak into a playoff spot this year. They sort of made it the qualifiers last year, but got swept. You know, I think they take that next step. I think 4th is a fair judgment on them. Yeah, so in number 3, I do have my team, the New York Islanders, and that's not bias related. I think I'm not giving them one, but I'm giving them a playoff spot. I think after what they did last season, you have to look at them a little bit different. These last 2 seasons under Barry Trotz and his system, again, they didn't make many moves, but that's one of the teams that's going to just come back and be solid next year. The team that doesn't make the moves who did good last season. So I feel that way with this team. Like I said, I don't think they are necessarily going to be the best team in the league, but in the division. But I could definitely see them in 3rd, and that's where my prediction stands. Not much else to say. Right now, and this is unbiased, I just think they're better than the Rangers, and they went to the Eastern Conference Finals last season, so I don't think there's much to argue there. We'll see when the season starts. I think the Islanders will just pick up where they left off. Well, that's my hope, at least. And I would like to see the Islanders, of course, finish 3rd. Any playoff spot. If you finish 4th, that's fine, too. All you got to do is make it, and this division is very tough. You know, every team in this division I could see making it, but also not, except maybe the Devils. That's it. So I think the Islanders, that's my prediction. I could see them coming in 8th. I could see them coming in 1st. So it's going to be just interesting. This is the best division right now in hockey. It's going to be the most fun to watch. I can't wait to watch. Okay, so now in 2nd place, and this is where these predictions, I feel not so great about this one at least, but you know, here we go. I have the Philadelphia Flyers. I hate putting them 2nd. I like nothing to do with Philadelphia at all. I hate every single sports team there. But on an unbiased, prediction, I'm putting them second. I think last year was just a hint of what, that second round play, forcing a Game 7. I think that's just a hint of what this team's going to bring in the next 5 years. We've always been hearing about their prospects for a few years now. Last year showed a little bit of that. Giroux's definitely not as what he used to be, but still, good captain. You got Couturier, Konechny. I don't know. You got a lot of good players. I just have this gut feeling about Philadelphia. Philadelphia could be one of the two. They could, win the division, but they could also come in 8th. They do this every year. They either go on a 10-game win streak or 10-game losing streak. But I have them on the good side this year, on the playoff side. They got Carter Hart in net. I mean, if you want to ask much more about that, I mean, he's a star. And I don't think there's much to be questioned in the goaltending position. They got a lot of depth, so, I think there'll be another tough team in this division as we keep going along. And if you can't figure it out, number one, and I think it will be a lot of people's number one. They've just been so solid for so many years, and it doesn't seem like that's changing, is the Boston Bruins. I would hate to see it. I wouldn't be surprised. I think they have the most experience for sure in this division of winning division titles, being in the playoffs. I think they're the favorites to win the division, and I will take them to win the division. Another team, they didn't change much. I mean, they didn't change much. Yes, they didn't have the outcome they wanted last season. They lost second round to the Lightning, but that was the Stanley Cup champ eventually, so I give them the pass on that. Another tough division. They're going to win a lot of games in this division. I think Boston should make the playoffs. That's the only team I think should make it, and if they don't, I'd really be surprised. With all other teams, I really wouldn't be surprised if they didn't make it or if they made it in this division. Besides maybe the Devils, that's it. So I think it's a very, very competitive division. I mean, if you're not excited for this division, I mean, I don't know what you are, because this division is the best, most competitive, going to be really fun to watch. I think we could see a Stanley Cup champion out of this division. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would love it if you could hit the like button and subscribe if you're not. I will be doing the other 3 divisions before the season comes out, even though they'll probably be uploaded after the season starts, but that's fine. I hope you guys enjoyed these rankings. I think they're pretty good. They're my opinion, though. I mean, you could have a completely different opinion, and that's what opinions are for. I just think we'll see how the season goes, and if those 4 teams make it, I think it would be deserving, and I wouldn't be surprised. But if all 4 of them didn't make it, I wouldn't be that surprised either. So hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, stay tuned. More videos on the way. Peace.